Hello, this is Diecast Loon. I hope you're all doing well, and thank you for joining me for another restoration video. And the car we're going to be doing today, as you can see, is this majorette Jaguar XJ6 that I bought possibly a few weeks ago now. And when I bought this, I instantly knew I had a couple of colours in mind to do it, and in the end I've gone with a burgundy colour. I will leave the description of the colour at the bottom of the video screen, but this car's in really quite good condition. It just really is, just got tired paint. So this is going to be a really easy build, just a quick strip, clean up the interior, and as you can see it's in pretty good condition. So it's just going to be a case of strip it down, give it a repaint, a bit of a clean up, possibly a wheel swap, just because these wheels just don't do it for this car. But anyway, we're going to get straight into it, and you're going to see me drilling it out now. So here goes the drilling. I think I'm using a 4mm drill bit because it's quite a small rivet on this one, and even though it looks like I'm not really caring how I'm drilling it, I'm actually looking all the time, and it's actually drilled perfect because the car just literally falls to pieces. So as you can see, it's coming apart now, but you can see the car's in pretty good nick. So I'm going to take it to complete pieces. Out comes the interior, and the glass is a really strange orange colour. Doesn't want to seem to come out for some reason, but it will come out in a second. But no, like I said, this is just a no-brainer build for me. It's just a simple build. And like I said, the reason for spraying it the burgundy colour is because I nearly bought one time in burgundy, a 1990 model, which I think this one's patterned on is the 1990 model Jaguar XJ6, I believe. But you see, it's not too bad. No wheel bend. The suspension looks all in quite good condition because usually they've gone rusty, but it all comes to pieces nicely. And off comes the wheels. And it's me fiddling and struggling with it. And put the wheels to one side. But there's the base. Like I said, all I'm going to do is literally just clean the base up, clean the interior up, a bit of warm soapy water, and put the interior, the bodywork into the stripper. So as you can see now, I'm about to give the screen a quick wash. Like I said, all this is just warm soapy water, and it isn't too scratched. I'm actually not going to do, like I said, this car is going to be a really simple build. I'm going to do nothing to it but wash it, spray it, another set of wheels, and reassemble it. Maybe detail the indicators on the back and the front. There's some reflectors on the back of the car as well that you'll see when it's assembled. You'll see what I'm on about. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just washing it now. It's just a really easy build, and it's nice. These majorettes are really good for beginners, which I'm not by any means an expert. But if you are going to get into this, I recommend starting with majorette because they only usually have one peg, and most of the time they have windscreen as part of the lights as well. So you don't have to worry about detailing if you're not very good at detailing. So. And here's my budget paint stripper. So I don't put too much paint strip on the car because I found that if I swim it in stripper, it seems to take longer to strip. So I just add a little bit. I don't add a lot. And then I just dip the car in and just get an old kiddie's paintbrush and just literally just brush it all around the car. This bit goes on for half a minute or so. I don't think I actually didn't think to pan the camera down to show you what I'm doing particularly, but it's a bit silly, but still. But doesn't take long anyway. But yeah, like I said, this stripper's pretty good. Usually it takes about an hour to strip it off. If the paint's really thick, it can sometimes take as much as 12 hours, but it's very rare. I've found this stripper, like I said, usually within an hour it's stripped off pretty much complete. And then obviously I'll go over the car, Sometimes I go with the Dremel with a little wire brush attachment, but quite often I just go with some very fine wire wool, because you don't want to damage any of the details on the car. And as it goes to just drop the doors in as well, so the little doors are now in. But I didn't realise, I thought I'd set the camera up so that I could see inside the pot. So I do apologise for this if it's really boring just watching me stirring a pot round. But it shouldn't go for much longer. There you go, lid goes on now. But so that's that for a minute. And here it is, all stripped off and had a couple of goes with the old wire wool. So it's ready now to have its first coat of undercoat, and then receive a couple of small coats of the top coat. So, and there's the doors. So we'll get on with that now. And here's the car back after it's had its primer coat and 2 very thin coats of top coat. So I'm thinking I'm going to give it another coat, because it looks like it's got a little bit of orange peel on the roof there. I'm not quite happy with, but it's not turned out too bad. But the spraying conditions have been really bad, because I usually spray outside as I don't have a place to spray at the moment. So I had to spray it in my kitchen with all the windows open. So I am actually working on somewhere to spray properly. But anyway, we'll take a look again in a minute. So there it is, all finished now. I gave it one more coat and it seems to have turned out the same way, unfortunately. So I'm not quite sure. It could be a temperature thing. But anyway, it's not turned out too bad. Like I said, it's all, I've cleaned up the base. The base is all cleaned up, and the glass has been washed. The interior has been washed. You can see some different wheels there. The springs had a good clean up. It's had about 4 coats of paint on the bodywork now, 4 thin coats of paint. So we're going to take a look at what we started with whilst I assemble it, or that'll be the next thing. The car will be reassembled. So we'll just take a look at what the car looked like before. As you can see, a bit tired looking, paint's chipped. Didn't think much of them original wheels. It just wanted a good clean up and a repaint and a new set of wheels just to freshen it up and make it into the car that it deserves to look, the way a Jaguar should look, even though it's just a toy. But anyway, let's take a look at the finished article now, and it's turned out not too bad. And there it is, all finished, and it's not turned out too bad. And like I said, the whole idea of this was just, it was just a no-brainer build. These majorette cars are just really easy to work on. And like I said, I've got quite a few projects on at the moment. I've got quite a few projects I want to start. And some of them I've been working on now for a couple of weeks, which they're obviously a bit more time consuming. But this one's just simple, just a quick strip, repaint, another set of wheels, and some very minimal details I've done. So we'll take a closer look. So when I say minimal details, I mean, you can see I've done the indicator lenses on the front, and on the back there was some reflectors on the back there on the real car, and I did them. And you can see that in the center, just above where what would be the number plate, you can see a little bit of chrome on the boot lid there, which I did. But that was about it. I really have just left it as it is. And like I said, the suspension still works nice. It rolls nice, as you can see. We'll open up one of the doors. Now, even though this has had a time, the paint is dry, but I'm still going to be a bit careful with it. But there it is, all cleaned up inside. So yeah, it's not turned out too bad. The paint could have been better, but and I think before I continue with the rest of the restorations and other videos in the future and other projects that I have got ongoing, I think I'm going to get my shed ready for spraying so I can get around all this problem. But like I said, it's not turned out too bad. I'm happy with it anyway. It's definitely lifted the little toy car. It's definitely lifted it. But anyway, that being said, please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I've got many more restorations and wheel swaps coming up in the future. I'm actually in the midst at the moment of planning a proper custom. I'm just trying to figure out what vehicle. There's a couple of pickups that I'm toying with doing a proper custom. And when I say custom, I'm not talking like a tubular frame and everything. A little bit out of my depth, but so stay tuned for that. But Like I said, it's not turned out too bad. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon.